Oh, there it goes. It's live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We're live? It's the YouTube channel. So it's on YouTube, and it's on SoundCloud Media. On YouTube.
No, I just did live on mine.
Alright.
Reduce background noise.
So we're live and recording.
I guess we're live and recording.
Are you going to hold it there the whole time?
Huh?
Are you going to hold it there the whole time?
No, I'm going to switch it back and forth to us, but I'm
Okay.
saying, like, is somebody going to bring us in? Like,
well, I didn't realize. Okay, so, and we're back.
How are we though?
Apparently, in a new spot, in a temporary spot, but a fun spot.
Yes.
But welcome, everybody. We are live on YouTube right now, and this will be going up tomorrow? Question mark? Maybe?
tomorrow. Normally we do.
Yeah, we should be going up tomorrow.
Yeah,
Monday.
we should.
On the 5th.
Your mom
But-
should be going up tomorrow.
I know you won't.
But
I won't.
happy May the 4th, guys. It is Film Noobs with AJ.
David.
Johnny. Fuck, dude. I was looking at it. I thought that was me. And that's you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. You're handsome.
There's going to be some latency. Okay, so
Yeah.
we will say that there's a little bit of drawback by the time y'all see it from where we're controlling it. Because we're trying something totally new. We're trying to
Very
be
new.
Very new. Very new.
broadcasting live through the phone,
On location.
on location, through the phone, piggybacking other people's Wi-Fi. So they leave,
And success.
yeah. and at the same time, I'm trying to do a switch.
Yeah, you're trying to live stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to
That's the
live
first
switch.
time you did the switch.
Huh?
That's neither here nor there. Nothing. The switch hitter, guys. Fat Jesus is the switch hitter.
All right, so
But, so we are here today. It is May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
And we are at Darkside Brick Oven Pizza
yes,
in Bernie, Texas.
Yep.
Which was a drive for all of us.
Hey man, but it was well worth the drive. I swear to God, this place is actually amazing. I highly recommend if you just want to get out of town and you're living in San Antonio or
Yes.
anywhere, come out here. It's
Yeah,
just
it
like
is-
a
not only that, but okay, I know today they
Scenic
have
route.
like a big ass fucking waiting line,
Yeah.
but there's a reason for that.
yes,
Their pizza is freaking phenomenal.
yes, yes.
All right, their
100%.
service is like 100%. Pizza's phenomenal, and the owner, hopefully, he comes up here one day so we can.
He's
like,
planning to, yeah. He's planning to come at some point.
Yeah.
But he is jack of all trades.
Speaking
playing
of
around hosting
coming,
and-
the food, it's food orgasm. The pizza here is it's food orgasm. So yes, he will be coming up
Yes.
here.
We are upstairs in his office space. He was generous enough. His name's Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, he was generous enough to let us use his little loft space in his office upstairs. So we were looking over on the live stream and in the video. You can see David's been switching back and forth to our view from up here,
Yeah.
which is awesome. There are statues everywhere.
You can't show that girl.
Yeah, we
She
can
just
show
walks
everybody.
by. Yeah.
To
There
kind of
are-
give you an idea of what it looks like, just think of Mardi Gras, and that's where we're at.
But nerdy.
Nerdy Gras, right?
It is all
Nerdy girl. I like nerdy girl.
Gras.
That's a
Nerdy
new
Gras here.
convention.
We're not throwing beads. We're throwing like, hey,
Chingazo,
trivia.
We are
spit.
We're looking at
Birds.
full suits, people in full costume.
Oh,
there
that's
are-
like, hold on.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can get that guy.
get him.
We've got statues all over, like full life-size statue all over the place.
There he is, right behind.
Wait, there we go.
Life-size statues.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Marty McFly and Doc Brown, the Wampa from Hoth. I got some gremlins in front of me. And
We got
E.T.
Jaws.
E.T.
We're looking at Superman's
Superman's
ass
right
right
below
here.
us. Over by the front, there's Luke, there's Yoda, there's the DeLorean also right next to us, sticking out the wall, which is awesome. So this place is insanely decorated.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I have to say, real quick, before we continue this madness that it is today, and I really enjoyed it because it's May the 4th and we're actually live,
Yes.
or at least we're trying to be live.
Yeah.
I know it's a little latency between what we're doing and where everybody's
No,
looking at.
that's a live stream.
Yeah.
That's expected.
Oh, real quick, like I was saying, I got sidetracked because I'm excited as fuck to be here.
I can tell.
Josh
Yeah.
and Deb from fuck, I forgot their podcast name. I know they lend me the fucking
From Hybrid?
equipment.
Or-
Yeah, from Hybrid.
I don't know the name of the podcast.
I forgot their podcast. Josh,
We'll drop
Josh
it. We'll link it.
Josh Dev, I am so sorry, guys. Again, I'm overwhelmed with all this shit, and it took us like 30 minutes to get the cameras working to begin with.
Yep.
So yeah, but either way, Josh Dev, thank you so much for lending us the freaking the cameras, for being an awesome friends, for always being there for us. Even
Yes.
when we were shooting Sacred Mass, they were a big help. You could see them in the movie.
Oh, awesome.
So
Yeah. So this whole place has just been awesome. I know Johnny's done a really good job of kind of helping us get the word out, getting some people here to come just also enjoy the pizza, boosting their business. This is something we've wanted to do for a really long time, take Film Noobs, go live, do on-location stuff. So it's going to be it's not perfect our first go around, but it's really exciting that we're actually able to finally do it and found someone local with such a cool business and cool vibe and that fit us so perfectly that was willing to let us kind of come down and let us do it.
Holy shit, dude! I'm geeking out right now.
why?
Is that?
The Cobra Kai jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Cobra Kai
Holy
jacket.
fuck, dude! Wow.
See,
we found Johnny's niche.
everywhere we look, there's a
Still
Cobra Kai.
finding new stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a
Yeah,
lot of
I just
stuff.
looked across and I see Gizmo in the little pink.
Hey, did y'all see the
Corvette.
trash can? The trash can's alive in the
Oh,
front.
geez.
Oh, ha ha.
What?
You know what? You're fired, dude.
What? Two
Oh,
DR?
hold on.
Speaking of-
Hold on. I gotta show a close up of this shit.
You said
You wore a freaking Star Trek shirt on Star Wars Day
What the
to a place called Dark Side Pizza.
well, the Final Frontier, right? No.
Your
No,
fucking
wrong
ass is the
star.
Final Frontier.
Wow. Hey, listen, you said Star. I could have came dressed up as a dildo because I saw Star Wars, but I didn't. Just saying,
So-
I opted out and picked Star Trek.
Speaking of, did you do the homework you said you would do? You volunteered.
Well, you know what? I can't break tradition. In elementary, I never did homework. In middle school, I never did homework. High school, I didn't do homework. College, I never did homework. And even as an adult, outside of work, I didn't do homework.
So your Star Wars knowledge is still exclusive to Star
My
Wars.
Star Wars, yes. Knowledge is exclusively to Star Wars, but yeah. I mean, there was a war in that movie.
You know,
Battle of the
something's
Dicks.
better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's something.
Revenge,
Very little something.
Revenge of the Shits. Yeah. So, anywho, I got Angela alive. Film noobs.
And
Like
just small
boobs,
other
but noobs.
small other disclaimer: if this one sounds a little bit different than it has recently, or in general across the last 5+ years, it's just because we are in a public space
Yeah.
with music and people.
So I think this is like the first
So-
time. This is the first time Film Noobs has ever gone live.
So live, yeah, we have done one on location thing before, which was at what's it called, Frightmare Weekend,
Yeah.
up in Dallas, which was just like a horror movie convention.
Oh, wish I would have been there.
Horror movie convention.
Horror.
Yeah.
Horror. 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 WHORR. OR. Horror. Got it.
But we went there and we were able to do some interviews and stuff. That was on location, but it wasn't live by any means. I think it's the longest video we put out.
Yeah, it was like about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was just doing interviews.
Yeah, so that was really cool. We got to talk to a lot of really cool people. But yeah, this is the first time we've ever gone directly live outside of just like one of us hopping on Facebook for
Yeah.
however long. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, you know, lessons learned for everything, you know. I mean, I think we came in here right now and we had a little bit of technical difficulties, as expected.
Yes.
But hey, we're here and we're doing it. We're fucking doing it.
You're queer. You're here. You
Huh?
like it in there.
Yes. Yes, I do. I don't know what you said, but yes.
I think that's the other issue, is that because I'm the only one wearing headsets, I get to hear y'all clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, so I can be this far back.
A little bit, yeah. Hold on.
Right there?
You're going. All right.
What about now? What about now?
Right there. Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're good.
All right.
Oh, look at that. Shit. Look here, right there.
I think he changed the.
The music.
volume,
Yeah,
yeah.
he said he would,
Oh, the
he would bring it
volume.
down a little bit for
Well,
us.
that's another thing too, guys. Like the playlist, I think he stole my playlist from Spotify because we've just been listening to like 80s shit. Like, She's Like the Wind from fucking.
We're gonna get demonetized for sure because every single song on here is probably like copyrighted for 80s in every major fucking movie
Whatever.
that came out. We don't care. We don't make money anyways.
No, we don't make money. At
Oh,
all.
dude, I forgot to tell y'all. So, last podcast that we were on, we talked a little shit about our main company, Sci-Fi Media.
The big owl.
Yeah,
The big owl.
yeah.
Wait, which Big Al? From Blood In, Blood Out? Or.
So they send us a message, and I wish I could pull it on my phone. I'm gonna try to recall it, but it pretty much said something about the reason our ass doesn't have our own channel is because one, we're not consistent for shit.
We're fixing that.
80s is great.
Two, we don't bring any revenue.
Who said that?
Okay, that's fair. I got no defense for that one.
And three, they spend so much fucking money keeping us from getting shut down.
All the legal fees and
Yes, that we should be lucky that we're still on the air. So
also valid.
if we can't behave,
If we can't behave, we're gonna get shut off the
yeah,
air.
shut our mouths and know our place. That's pretty much what we got told.
Is that what that was? I just heard the hissing. Was that steam coming out of the DeLorean?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes, it was.
The DeLorean's having some sort of electrical problem.
That's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so anyway,
Look at this
so
shit.
we've been warned by our parent company.
Yes.
So what's the next move then? Is to make money?
I guess we could try to make money.
You could try.
I don't know how to make money. I don't know how to waste money. We've been doing it for 7 years now.
Just make another movie.
You can OnlyFans our shit, right? No? OnlyFans?
I've got a Dyson. Yeah, I think that.
You know what? How about this? How about this is not a copyright infringement. We could put only ceiling fans.
I'll just go to Home Depot and record.
I don't know. Hey, listen. I'm just trying to be creative. That's all.
I mean, I guess we could make another movie.
We could try.
We could try. How about we try and make another movie? And if we don't make it, then okay, fine.
Okay, but none of us has a dime anymore. Soundflight's not gonna not gonna push the bill anymore.
No.
I think
Oh,
we've been told by the owl.
by the owl.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I did just come up with a production company, and I could maybe slide some money and maybe film and then maybe bring money in. I don't know. You got to spin, right, to make? No? Maybe?
I mean, in this industry, yes.
Right? Oh.
Hey, they're clapping, yes. So they say,
Yeah,
yes,
so
spend your
just
money.
spend your money, yeah.
Spend
Yeah.
your money, yes.
Spend your fucking money, right?
Just write a check to Soundflight and then leave the dollar blank, and then we'll figure
A
it out.
blank check,
We'll figure
right?
out what
It
we
may
need.
bounce, it may not. Who knows?
We'll figure out what we need. So, is that it? Did we try to make another movie?
I'm
Yeah.
down with it. I'm good. I fuck with it. Oh, they couldn't find our link on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube,
It's Silent Flight
Media.
oh, Silent Flight Media. Silent Flight Media. Silent Flight Media. Yeah. You go on there on YouTube.
And then push the subscribe button so you can watch all the
hit
all
the
the
sub-
podcasts as
Yep.
they go up.
If you hit the subscribe button, you'll get notified every single time a new episode pops up. So, are they playing the Star Trek theme song? I'm sorry. No?
Can I turn off his mic?
You have the power. Yeah, you can
Guys,
push mute.
listen, they're listening. It's Star Trek.
I'm going to turn off this motherfucker's mic.
That's AJ and Fat Jesus.
going on? So, do we want to say anything about anything?
I don't know. We're just having a good time.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, it's our first live broadcast. And
Yes.
I'm enjoying it where we're at.
It's May 4th. Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. So,
Are you going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
going to work, yeah.
They don't care about us.
They don't. That's not
Shit
a
about
holiday
us.
where I work, unfortunately.
Oh, look, guys, they're playing it again. I think it's the opening scene of Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's gonna get us shut down. We're trying to avoid the copyright music. He's showing it off.
Guys, that's the music to Star Trek.
This dumbass one. Hey, Johnny, you know, we get copyright strikes.
Every single
Oops. We're getting struck out right now. I suck at baseball. Apparently, I'm media too.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it,
so
though.
what have we been up to? I've been tired and working nonstop. I know you've been tired and working nonstop for the last week.
I've been moving.
It's working. Yeah, you've been
Yeah.
working your ass off, moving. I've been working my ass off writing on another project, and so that's been fun.
What's that about? What project? Are we allowed to say? Can we say? How about we vote? We'll take a trio vote.
I keep switching behind cameras because I'm a
Why don't you just look at Jaws when you do that too?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
where is he?
He's right fucking there, right?
Stick out the wall.
Looks just like you.
Dun, 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 dun. Should we take a vote? Wait. Dun, 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 dun. Should we take a
Guys,
vote?
should we
Ah.
thumbs up if you think we should make a huge announcement today? Today.
Today. thumbs up.
Today.
Oh, my brain went to gum. Today. Today.
Yes, Silent Flight Media.
I'm messed up here. Sheets, Johnny.
You bastard.
It's
It's up to y'all.
I don't own shit. I don't get final say, do we?
I get told by the big owl that we suck ass. So
So we could do something with
Well,
it,
you
make some money.
suck at it. I eat it. Just saying. There's a difference.
What are we talking about here?
He said suck ass. I eat ass. No, I don't eat ass.
That's not what your cellmate said, so I don't...
Never mind.
Oh.
You're right. You're right. Never mind. Can we edit that?
I think this is the most lost for words
Fuck,
we've
my
been in a very
grandma's
long
online
time.
too. Shit. Sorry, grandma.
Yeah, we're not even. Have we even talked about movies at all?
No.
I mean, you went to go see two. I went
saw
to see
two
one
movies.
today.
Yes.
You've been moving. So
Yeah.
there's only so much we can say because I'm pretty sure you're going to go see both. Normally we don't give a shit about spoilers, but when it's one of us, I think we do.
I don't care about spoilers or feelings. So.
I really don't care.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to talk about the movies, because I mean,
Sure
people,
can.
I guess, they listen to us because
Yeah.
they want to hear about movies.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So I know you went on Thursday. I went today. We finally went to go see Thunderbolts. Purely out of self-preservation, because if I waited any longer, I was going to get the whole movie spoiled from Twitter. So I had to go see it. I freaking loved it. I know Johnny did a whole post on it in his review,
Yes.
and a little snippet right when he got out of the theater, giving his first thoughts that we posted on the Silent Flight channel and the Silent Flight Facebook and TikTok, which is now live. Which will be posted
Oh, we
tomorrow.
got a TikTok?
We got a TikTok?
We have a TikTok now. You're welcome.
You know, I was anti-TikTok for the longest time. I hated it. I didn't like it. I don't want it. But I think
Well, now you're on it.
I might have to make one.
Now you're on
I might
it.
have to make one.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You know what? I would have much rather watched Star Wars than make a TikTok.
Listen, and for us being a brand new TikTok channel, because of just like the niche it falls into and everything, your video in the span of 3 hours got 150 views.
Which one?
Your
On
review,
TikTok?
your review for Thunderbolts.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
You posted it on TikTok?
I posted it that next day.
Oh,
when
shit. I didn't know
when I
that.
sent you guys the edit, I posted it right then.
Oh, well, look at that. Maybe I should, guys, do a fucking TikTok.
So I think as long as we're consistent with that, doing things like that, which
Yeah.
I will be doing my part to do a little bit as well. But if we all do little first thought movie reviews when we go like that, could also help.
So check it out.
Stay
So
relevant.
you and I both saw Thunderbolts.
Yes.
I saw Sinners as well. Which one
Not-
we want to talk about?
I have no thoughts on Sinners. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about Thunderbolts. All right.
Best movie since Endgame.
I concur.
I will say best Marvel movie since Endgame.
I concur. Best Marvel movie since Endgame.
I know that's what we've been hoping for. We've
You
been
hear
hoping for
Star Trek. Go on.
piece of shit.
One piece of shit, guys. My grandma's online too. Okay, go on. Let's talk about
Yeah,
this.
so I know we've been saying for a long time, every Marvel movie that comes out, we've been hoping that it's going to do well. It's going to be Marvel finding its footing after Endgame because it just felt kind of lackluster. Since Endgame, I think they finally found their footing again. I think this is legitimately, and I've probably said this before, feel free to call snippets of every other Marvel movie where I've said, this is them finding their footing. I think they actually got back to their roots here.
Yes. So not only was the acting good, the fight scenes were incredible. The cinematography, is that a word?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The cinematography was amazing. It was fucking amazing. I think
One day you'll learn.
I will.
What's wrong, man?
Like I'll learn about Star Trek. Anyways, so this entire movie, the way it flowed, it was just like on point. It didn't miss a beat from beginning to end.
And it tackled some really heavy issues
Yeah.
and things like depression and PTSD.
Yeah.
I think without it being so too overhanded, like it's kind of like they've kind of dealt with some of the other. Like it's, don't get me wrong, it is in your face. That is the discussion of the whole movie, but it's done well. It's not like where like you were calling out the any sort of disorders or anything by name.
It was very subtle.
Like, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's
No.
subtle. I wouldn't say it's subtle because it is in your face.
Subliminal. There were subliminal hidden messages that
Yeah.
were darker
So,
than what it was.
I'll say this: one of our main characters has very severe bipolar disorder.
Oh yeah.
But it is embodied in his character. He
Yeah.
is this, and they put it. He's like he says it. There are days where I feel great and I feel invincible, and there are days where it's just nothing.
Yeah.
And the other side of his character is literally called the Void, and it is personified.
Yeah.
In that, and I think that alone is great. It's true to the comics and his and the Sentry character in the comics, but I think the way they wrote it and the way they show, like the design for the Void, straight up just a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts. It's just he's a black silhouette with like just yellow beady eyes, but it looks great.
Yeah.
And so it was just and it was also refreshing to have a Marvel movie that wasn't either like the world's gonna explode or the universe is ending or there's 5 other universes that we got to worry about. It's New York's falling to shit again, and we're back to kind of like an Avengers level threat.
Yeah. And it's more so too like this movie, you know how they were calling like the Thunderbolts, like also they, synonymous to the Dark Avengers?
Yeah,
Because there were some dark scenes in this movie
there are some really dark scenes
with a kid out of nowhere.
Shit.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I literally went, oh shit.
I did too. When I saw that scene, I was like, I was kind of like a loss of words. Like, what the fuck?
I
Wow.
was surprised Marvel went there for 2
Yes.
seconds.
They went dark. They went DC on this shit. Like, really dark.
DC's never been dark. Shush.
It's
the comics
really
are.
darkly lit.
Darkly lit.
No, so like, no, but how you're talking about like the whole mental health issue.
Yeah.
It's funny because I saw a post and a friend of mine pointed it out to me that, when Black Panther came out, what month did it come out on? February.
Yeah.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
Captain America: Brave New World came out in February. Black History Month. Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. What is the acronym to that?
MOM.
Mom. It came out in May
No.
for Mother's Day.
Never thought about that.
Right. And Thunderbolts came out this month because May is also Mental Health Month.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I did.
Mental health month.
I didn't even put those two together.
I didn't either, but that's that. Those are those little. Is it foreshadowing? I guess
No, it wouldn't be foreshadowing.
I think it's
Easter egg.
well. I want to. I like the tie-in. In my head, I'm thinking it's probably more just kind of lucky because May tends to be their Marvel's like blockbuster release
But
time frame.
Captain America: Brave New World came out.
No,
in-
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I think they did it on purpose.
But February also tends to be their like time of like it might do okay. It might like because again like Black Panther
Mhm.
is a new character. Not too sure what's gonna happen with it. Captain America: Brave New World. They kind of knew it was gonna. They kind of knew it was not gonna do great going into it. They
I
weren't.
actually liked it.
No, I liked it too.
Yeah.
I just knew. I think they knew that it wasn't gonna be a big hitter
Yeah.
in terms of box office.
Yeah.
May tends to be their really big box office, or like summer. I mean, it's a summer blockbuster kind of deal. That's why we're gonna like when Doomsday comes out, we're gonna see it around the same time of year.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
May
for
June
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
Which they're also setting up all the Doomsday shit
And Secret Wars.
and Secret. Well,
That's the following.
yes, yeah, it's still Secret Wars. So. Now, if you weren't gonna, so basically, I'll leave it at if you weren't planning on seeing Fantastic Four, you have to go see Fantastic Four
Yeah.
after this one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. There's not even gonna be. So if it's going to the comics, we know what's gonna happen, and from reading, about what's gonna happen in the Fantastic Four, the first steps, which comes out in July. Apparently it's not gonna have. It's gonna have like a similar ending to Infinity War.
Like just
Like it's not gonna be a happy ending.
They lose ending,
Yes.
which I'm all for.
Yeah.
I think the ending to Infinity War was the perfect like what the fuck moment. You're not expecting them to lose at the end of the movie, even though we knew there was a second part. I don't think we were expecting the ending to be everyone's dead.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be. I think it'll probably. I hope they do it well. I know the Roosters are coming back for it. I hope they do that kind of ending well again. I just hope it's not going to be one of those things where, because of Infinity War, we go in expecting that and we like see the writing on the wall of like,
Right.
oh well, none of these people are making it out, and that kind of ruins some of the kind of suspense.
So it's funny you said the Russo brothers are going in and tying into that shit. So they're the ones that actually wrote the post-credit scene for Thunderbolt, the second one,
That makes sense.
the one at the end.
That makes sense because
Yep.
they want their through lines.
And you
to
know
work.
what kind of vibes it gave me? It gave me the end of Infinity War. Remember when
with
Carol?
Carol
Yes.
coming back in.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you see the facial expressions on some characters'
Yeah.
faces, they're just kind of like,
Yeah,
oh
which
shit.
again, like it's cool, it's great, it worked so well the first time. I
Yeah.
just don't want it to be a case of like, well, it worked well the first time, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like it falls a little bit flatter, which I think is kind of the danger we're falling into with Marvel at this point. It's been going for almost
20 years.
almost 20 years in 2008, right? 2008 was the first Iron Man.
2008. Well, if we want to get technical, because we had Incredible Hulk,
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Well, we also have Swamp Thing.
man. Well, yeah. Wait,
Swamp
is Swamp Thing?
Yes, Swamp Thing is Marvel, but
That's
he's not
right.
part of the
Is he?
MCU.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
remember,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
back in the late 90s, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, so but
I don't know why I thought it was DC.
No,
you're thinking of
Man Thing.
Man-Thing?
Yeah, Man Thing is DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing is Marvel.
Yeah.
But so almost 20 years of Marvel. I think at some point we're gonna start and we kind of have already, but we're gonna having to start repeating story beats in the overall
Well, I thought
universe.
after the Endgame, most Marvel IPs kind of fell off.
They did. I mean, they started. Well, they got rid of the original six, or they soft retired the original six. Which small tangent, but I guess but ties in. We know that Hawkeye's retired now. Jeremy Renner came out and said they are not doing season 2.
Really?
But I
Because-
think it was because of a money issue.
It is. He said Marvel offered me half the money they
Paid him
me
in
for
season 1.
So he
And
said,
it's
I'm
like-
not doing twice the work for half the money.
Damn.
He even said, he's like, what, I'm only half the Hawkeye because I got run over or what?
Yeah. Oh, no shit.
Well, yeah, he almost
Right.
died.
He did almost
And so
die.
I wanted, happy for him because he's getting to finally step back and be like, cool, I'm done. But also, what the fuck, Marvel?
Yeah, you just sent him off on a good note.
Yeah, which,
You know?
I mean, Hawkeye did do its job of kind of tying up Hawkeye's story, I think, pretty well.
But I feel like there was unfinished business in this Hawkeye series.
Yeah, there could have been, but
Especially with Kingpin being introduced.
yeah, but Kingpin went on. He's being dealt with by
Right.
Daredevil. So that's what I was talking about it with Hannah earlier today too. I think it tied up Hawkeye's story. There were other lines that could have been fed, and I think if they wanted to do a Hawkeye season 2, they could at least do him the justice of letting him come back for cameo spots or some sort of mentor position that would justify him getting paid less in effort of propping up Haley Steinfeld's character, Kate Bishop, to kind of take over a little bit more. Not that they didn't already set that up, but I think this would be a good way to do that if they're not going to pay him what he deserves to be Hawkeye.
Yeah. So, you know, and on that note, we talked about Haley Steinfeld.
You went to go see Sinners.
I did, and boy, did she live up to that name. Oh Lord.
Steinfeld?
Yes. Yes. There was a couple of wowzers scenes, and there was a couple of like, oh, I feel bad for Josh Allen type scenes.
Okay.
I was like, damn, Josh, like, I feel you, brother. Like, man, if you don't want to be with her just for the streets, I get it. It's cool, man.
So,
you know?
Because I haven't seen this one. How was the doubling of Michael B. Jordan? Well, like, was it good?
Michael B. Jordan doesn't get a fucking award for this playing dual role shit, bro. The fucking Academy Awards are rigged because he killed it. Literally, he literally killed it. You know, I will tell you that the movie gave me From Dusk Till Dawn vibes. Quentin Tarantino's From Dusk Till Dawn. It gave me those vibes, but more. It was more cinematic and more drama in it. And the way they tied into that shit, because there was a couple of scenes in the movie where I was watching, I'm like, how the fuck did, like, it made me go like, what the fuck? Like, how is this happening? Because in a particular scene, it's showing that it's, you know, it's being filmed back in the day, but there's this particular scene where, you know, they're in there, they're dancing or whatever, they're having like a party at a bar, and then all of a sudden you see some characters just appear that are modern day, like today, dressed up today, mingling within the old folk, like the old era.
Period,
And I'm like, it made me go like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, I know I didn't do no fucking acid. And I checked my popcorn. I'm like, I'm not eating any drugs, you know? What the fuck am I seeing? Did I just see what I just saw? And so, but later on in the movie, it explains that. And I'm like, oh. So the way they tied that in was fucking incredible. Because it made me think, like, how the fuck did, what? Because at first I was about to start cussing out, like, why the fuck would they do that? Stupid. But then it got to the next scene. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So, but it was great. I definitely would go see it again.
Okay.
I'd give it 5 jalapenos.
Out of?
5 jalapenos.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. 5 out of 5. Just like I'd rate. Actually, when I rated Thunderbolts,
You gave it like a 10 out of 5. Or
I
something.
did. I fucking did. I rated Thunderbolts. I gave it a slight edge over Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'm a huge Deadpool Wolverine fan. And I gave it the edge over that. For a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, and I agree with you solely for the fact that I think Deadpool and Wolverine was what it was because of the fan service.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It would not have done nearly as well if it was just another Deadpool.
And I think because of the rating of the movie.
Yeah, it was allowed to be a rated R film.
Yeah. 100%.
But you couldn't do that movie unless it was a rated R movie.
Yeah, there's no way to do a
There's
Deadpool
no
movie
fucking way.
not- yeah.
None. You could not. Deadpool and Wolverine would. If you made that shit a PG or PG-13 movie, you're not doing it
All right,
any
real
justice.
quick. Let's cut
Oh.
through.
Yes.
We have the man of the hour.
Oh,
Let's cut through. Hold on.
behind us.
I'm gonna use this camera real quick. Scoot the mic over real quick. All right, so say hello.
How's it going, guys? Y'all doing okay?
No, we're doing excellent.
Good. So, first, I'd like to say, next time you get invited up into the special suite, you better take your fucking shoes off, all right?
Oh, I did. I took them off.
I'm just kidding with you, dude. Relax, dude. Good to see you guys. Hey, first, I'd like to say welcome to the Dark Side Brick Oven Pizza Company. I'm glad that you guys could spend your May the 4th over here with us and hang out and, you know, just with Star Wars all day today. you know?
Yes.
No.
Can we ask you a couple questions?
Sure,
real quick?
absolutely.
All right.
Whatever you want to ask.
So, this is your 1-year anniversary, right?
Today's 1 year, yes, sir.
All right. What? I mean, your freaking pizza bar is ridiculously freaking phenomenal. Every corner is well thought out, well placed. It's not cluttered. It's
Thank you for that.
it's an homage to freaking 80s, 90s
Yes.
fan service. That's all I can say. What got you into wanting to make a pizza place like this?
So I get asked that question quite a bit, and it's a great question too. So Denise and I are avid toy collectors. That's my wife, Denise. We have been collecting, and it's kind of funny. I'm not going to go on long forever, but you know, I'm 55 years old now. I know y'all are thinking, no way. I know I look 30.
No.
But so, you know, A New Hope, Star Wars, when that first came out, it did something to the soul. You know,
Yes.
like for so many people that are Star Wars fans. I mean, look at we're 45 plus years in, and the fandom hasn't slowed down. You know what I mean?
Not at
So,
all.
but anyway, so. You know, I've got a pretty good following on my Star Killer 77, and everybody was always saying, hey, we'd love to come out and see the ranch. How can we come see it? And then what ended up happening is I was talking to my wife one evening, and she was like, can we cuss on here, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So my wife was like, you know, what do you think we should do? And I said, well, you know, we own the property out there in Bernie. It would be awesome if we could create this nostalgia, this place where people could come and be taken back into a time where, in my humble opinion, was the greatest time in the world, which was the 80s.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? And my wife was like, oh, that's a great idea. But I think it's just your way of wanting some more shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I know you just want to buy more shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? But once we decide to move forward seriously and create this place, from designing the building, from creating all these fantastic props, and there's so many fantastic artists out there, literally around the world, the globe, that helped create a lot of these pieces. You know, so when people talk about us franchising and everything, they don't realize what it takes to create Jaws, or create that badass Wampa dragging Luke through the snow.
Yeah.
You know, or check this out. This one's one of my favorite. I love this thing right here. If you look over there at the DeLorean, I know you guys have probably seen that, but this one right here, that's an actual real half of a DeLorean.
Is it?
Oh, wow.
My budget was $9,000 to $10,000. It ended up costing me almost $50,000. But
Oh
that
my
is
goodness.
that's a $50,000 half a DeLorean. But check it out. It just crashed into the wall. Is that freaking badass or what? No, but guys, I just want you to know that when we created this place, we're 1 year in and it just hasn't slowed down. And I'm very humble. My wife is very, very humble, to know that, people can come in here and remember when they can take a memory that resonates into the soul. And what I mean by that is you got people that come in here and they may have a memory of maybe a loved one, that a mom, a dad, or a brother or sister or a friend that's no longer with us anymore. And yet it brings back a time that they got to go see Star Wars in the theater, for example. And then they went to Toys R Us or Toy Box and bought them, a Luke Skywalker action figure, and they still have that action figure today.
Yeah.
So a lot of the toys, these vintage toys in these movies, it just resonates to the soul. It just brings back just something that's just so fantastic. And it's funny because when I was 7 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, 14 years old, y'all saw a 40-year-old virgin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
I
I was like 17-year-old virgin, 18-year-old virgin, 20-year-old virgin, 21-year. But when I say is, I had all the Star Wars stuff in my bedroom, and now respectfully, I've got one of the largest private Star Wars collections in the world, and I'm very humble about it. But I get all this stuff, and it's a rabbit hole, and you start to think, man, when, I want to be able to share this with everybody, not just Star Wars, just everything 80s. Yes, maybe a little 70s, But
80s, probably 80s and early 90s were the best era.
Yeah.
80s maybe.
Yes.
Like,
70s were really good, but you weren't even born
I
yet.
was not
So,
born.
but let's be real though.
Nuts.
In the mid 70s to all of the 80s, the movies were the best they could be.
Yes.
They were original.
Yep.
I mean, everything that you see nowadays are remakes. How many fucking
Reboots,
times are you
remakes,
gonna? How many times? Like, dude, everybody out there that's watching this right now will agree that Christopher Reeves is and will always be Superman, right?
He's the only Superman.
Yeah, and they've got like 20 fucking Supermans coming out, and X-Men. There's like I don't even keep up with them anymore. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is though is, the people out there that are in my generation and the younger generations are educating their kids on those old films and the classics, and it's really, really cool. Most importantly, the friendships that I've made, like you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely,
So-
definitely.
Besides this fucking guy not coming in my brain. Hey, I got an executive office right here that nobody comes in except, and this guy comes in with his shoes on. He thinks he owns the place. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Hey, what was that shit?
It's the hat. It's the hat.
No, but I'm just giving him a hard time. But yeah, I'm getting ready to hop on the mic and tell everybody thank you. But
Oh,
I just wanted to say thank you guys, for coming out hanging out with us at Darkside.
No, Mike, we appreciate what you do for us. Because it is more of an honor for us to be here to share your 1 year anniversary,
Thank
and
you.
2, to be able to share May the 4th. Because it is. Most of us are geeks at heart.
Yeah.
We're either Avenger geeks, Star Wars geeks like myself.
Yep.
All around comic book nerds. It's like a home away from home. So
Yeah.
thank you very much
that's
for
awesome.
having this for us.
That's awesome. And if you guys want to see, obviously, Darkside Brick Oven Pizza Company on Instagram.
Yes.
And then, of course, my private collection you can see on Starkiller 77. That's what I'm kind of known for, Starkiller 77.
Now, is that on YouTube or is that?
It is YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear the story about how I got arrested at Skywalker Ranch for trespassing.
Oh.
True story. Way before fanboys was
we
even
need-
fucking thought of.
We need to fucking bring you back and we
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
have a good conversation.
That's a good story.
We want to do another podcast
Yeah,
specifically dedicated to you for the entire hour.
no problem.
So you
No problem.
let us know when, and we will come back over here. We can shut it down or wherever you want.
Sounds
we,
good.
We can,
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely want to hear all these stories.
I want to hear that story.
Yeah.
I want to hear these stories.
Well, listen, guys, you guys are all awesome. And your table's ready, by the way, so y'all need to get off this fucking deal if y'all want to get some good pizza.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, so they're getting ready to find out, but it's one thing to come into a place that can take you back, that nostalgia, hanging out with friends and family, but it's on a whole other level when you can have really good food. And I put as much into my recipes as I did creating this nostalgia.
Yes.
And for those people out there that are local, that are ever going to come and visit, we're real excited, and I'm going to give you guys a private tour. But in 2 months, we're opening up Darkside After Dark, which is going to be our Predator Lounge.
Oh,
Yes.
Dude, yeah, we're talking a 20-foot tall tree inside with a Huey Bell helicopter. There's a Bell helicopter crashed, and that one was actually shot in Darkside. I keep saying Darkside. X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
This helicopter was in there, but it's crashed in our tree. It's a Predator themed helicopter. And then we just got my buddy Gene. He's a California firefighter, and he's a big Predator guy. And in my humble opinion, builds one of the best Predator life-size creatures out there. And we got Predator, and we even have maybe Dutch Arnold Schwarzenegger in there too, hidden in the
Oh,
tree.
look at that.
So, but that's going to be cool live jazz music.
Oh,
Get
cool.
to the chopper. Listen, guys, I got to get back, but thank y'all so
Mike,
very
thank
much.
you very much.
Y'all hang out,
Thank you
okay?
so much, Mike.
Thank you so much.
Good to see y'all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Y'all heard it first. You guys can open up.
That is cool as hell. So thank you so much to Mike. We're gonna make sure to tag everything, his YouTube, his Starkiller 77 channel, everything like that down below on everything everywhere we post it. So all the podcast channels as well as the YouTube and Facebook, everything. We want to make sure so you guys can check out everything here. And if you ever have time, if you want to take the trip out here just for food, or if you ever find yourself in Bernie, just make sure you stop down
Yes.
here at Darkside Brick Oven Pizza. It's just a really cool, like I said, we've been sitting here for almost an hour now and still seeing new shit. So it's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, this place is incredibly, it's just incredible. I can't even. Oh fuck, dude! Look, they even have old arcade games.
Yeah, they have arcade cabinets too.
Okay, we need to end this. I want to play some games and shit, right?
Well, wait, we're about to
Wrap it up.
Mike just said our pizza and our table is pretty much done. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, and with that big fucking
Wait for me,
announcement,
somebody go eat.
we will be back here at Dark Side
Brick
Cooking
Oven
Brick
Pizza.
Oven Pizza in
Yes.
about a month or so.
Yes.
One, to interview Mike, but two, you want to fucking go into
To
the
that
damn
bar.
that bar.
Yes. The
So-
Predator. The Predator.
Till then, please keep watching films
Mm-hmm.
and
Support indie
Support indie.
films,
indie filmmakers.
indie filmmakers,
Indie
and indie
filmmakers.
films.
And keep
Oh.
watching movies.
Keep watching movies.
Catch us on your fucking favorite streaming service, iPod, whatever.
Podbean, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, Spotify, iHeart.
Yeah.
What else? What else?
YouTube, Instagram still up and running. Soundfly Media, Facebook, Soundfly Media,
TikTok
TikTok's
now.
Oh, we got TikTok.
also now, also under Soundfly Media.
AJ, where can we find you if people want to follow?
My stuff is still private. But
Well, I'm not. He's private. Okay, well then fuck AJ. How about you, Fat Jesus?
Soundfly Media, yeah.
Jesus Christ. You can follow me, guys, on I Am Johnny Nova on Facebook and also on Instagram. All right. I may or may not make a TikTok. We'll see. These fucking virgins are talking me into doing it. So I don't know. I might. We'll see.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time. Peace.
Peace.